Hi, welcome back to My Mom Life. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jordan, and today we're making strawberry lemon bars. Here are all of the ingredients to make these strawberry lemon bars. These are the ingredients for the crust. I have 1 stick of butter that I've kind of cut up because I forgot to set it out. It needs to be at room temperature. So I'm going to pop this on my stove while my oven is preheating to 350, and it'll kind of soften quicker when it's cut up like this. I have a 1/4 cup of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1.5 cups of flour. And like I said, this is for our shortbread kind of crust that we're going to make. And then for the lemon bar part, I have 4 eggs, 1/2 cup of lemon juice. I have 1 1/4 cups of sugar, 3/4 cup of chopped strawberries. I have the zest of 2 lemons, or about 2 teaspoons of lemon zest. I have a 1/4 cup of flour, and then I have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, baking powder in this bowl. So the first thing we're going to do is make our crust. I have my 13x9 pan here, and I lined it with tin foil and sprayed it really well. This is just so that I can remove the bars and cut them once they are cooked and cooled and everything. So that is why I lined it. If you don't care about that and you want to serve them out of the glass 13x9 dish, then you can skip this. I would just spray the pan first. So like I said, my oven is preheating to 350. Let's get started making the crust. So I'm going to take my butter that is now overly soft, but that's totally fine. And I am going to add it into a medium-sized bowl. You want it just softened at room temperature, but I was not thinking this morning when I knew I was going to make these. So it's a little soft, but that's okay. Then I'm going to add in my sugar and mix that up. And we're going to add in our flour and, and salt. Once you have it pretty much combined, you're going to take your pan that you have prepared and just kind of press it down into the bottom of this pan. And we're going to pre-bake the crust for 15 minutes. I'm just going to use my fingers, they're clean, and I'm going to push the crust down. Okay, that is a pretty even layer. So now I'm going to bake this in a 350-degree oven for about 15 minutes. For the rest of this recipe, we are going to use our blender or a food processor. And I normally wouldn't do this for lemon bars because it wouldn't be necessary, but because we have the strawberries, it's easier just to puree everything, mix it up, blend it up together. So I'm going to add my strawberries. And my sugar, lemon juice, and then lemon zest. I'm going to go ahead and pulse this in the blender until the strawberries are blended up, and then we will add in our eggs and flour and baking powder and salt. Okay, the strawberries are pureed, so I'm going to go ahead and add in the eggs. I'm gonna blend these up and then I'll add in the flour and baking powder and salt. I just don't wanna over mix the flour. So I'm gonna get the eggs going and then we'll add in the dry ingredients. Okay. I will go ahead and link where I found this recipe. I did modify it a little bit, so I'll put my ingredients and measurements down below, but I'll also link, I want to give credit to the person that I found the original recipe from, but I read some reviews and just thought that maybe I should adapt it a little bit to what I think would work. So check the description box for my recipe, and then also if you want to see the original recipe, I'll link that for you as well. So here is our lemon bar filling mixed up. I did not want to overmix the flour because when you do that, it develops a lot of gluten, so I didn't want to overmix it. I just mixed it really quick with the flour at the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside, and then once our crust is done baking, it'll get a little bit golden on the outside. I'll show you that, and then we're gonna pour this mixture over the hot crust and bake it for 20 to 25 minutes. So we'll do that here in just a minute. My crust is done pre-baking and it's getting a little golden around the edges. Hopefully you can tell, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and pour in the lemon bar filling. It smells so good with those fresh strawberries and lemon. And now I'm going to bake this, like I said, at 350 for 20 to 25 minutes. My lemon bars are done baking. They actually have been done for a while, and you know that they're done when they're a little golden around the edges. So they went for about 25 to 28 minutes. And once they'd cooled down, I popped my pan in the freezer. And now I'm going to show you how easy it is when you do tin foil to just remove your lemon bars like that. Now I have a clean 13 by 9 pan that I don't have to wash. And I have lemon bars that I can easily cut. Well, they're frozen, so they're going to be a little difficult, but they're going to be easy to cut into squares, easier than if they were in that pan. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my lemon bars, and then I will show you what they look like when I have them all cut and ready to eat. So this should be the consistency of your lemon bars. You do not want them to be runny, obviously. So you know that they're done baking when they are a little golden on top, and when you touch them, it's not super jiggly. That's how you know it's done baking in the oven. And then they will set up beautifully for you. And I highly recommend popping them in the freezer if you have time, because that makes it so much easier to cut. These strawberry lemon bars are going to be perfect this summer for a treat for anything that you have going on. I hope that you try this recipe. If you do, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. And if you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around. And I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye, guys.